Just a little warning, this podcast does contain some crude language. If you're easily offended, this is maybe not the podcast for you. Fat bar. Honey bar. Millionaire. Short breed. Cycling. SPL, EPL, Highland League, sausage roll, sledging, Dooncal salmon. Sports.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah!
Clue number one. I am a 63-year-old who has played 695 games, scoring 30 goals. My playing career started in 1978 and finished in 1995. So 1978 to 1995, 695 games, 30 goals. Give you a second.
78 to 95.
78,
I've got a feeling that's a Don's great.
Think so?
Nah, but 695.
A lot of games, is it?
1995. That's before my time, boys. Fucking hell.
What year were you born?
88, but
Oh,
it's not really before my time. But I can't.
No,
mind
you're
anything.
right. You're speaking shite.
I can't mind anything before 2000, to be honest. Fucking hell, 95.
Welcome back, Slips.
2000 and you was born fine.
88.
8.
So you come in now before you was 12.
Well, I can,
So-
but not really.
Holy
That's spectacular. Like
s-
football.
So the farmer's back.
The farmer's back. Massey is busy crafting.
No,
Right.
isn't he?
Mike's back in,
I'm back in that.
Oh, fuck.
Aye. Got the fantasy sorted.
Fantasy. There's no sense in doing it this week because there's no fit. That was
Yeah,
it.
fat bar. So it's the same as, well, it wouldn't be the same as last week because it was all back to front and upside down
Aye.
last week.
Right, doing a harangue on my bit of paper.
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, but I'm here, did you?
I had,
Aye.
I had about 150 points, I think.
Did you?
Aye, did I? And Jed's going, eh? 150?
Aye, so Master's off this week, so Slips is back on board.
He's back.
back.
You're right being close to Green Bay Packers stop here.
I'm alright.
Firstly, is me and Shed are sticklers for time and decorum.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a guest on something, what time are you turning up at?
You're turning up earlier,
Aye. For at least 5 minutes.
At least 5 minutes early?
at least.
Aye. It's probably a mug of truth, to be fair, isn't it?
Aye.
Slippers fit
Then did you arrive
decent.
7-0 fit?
7-10, I'd say.
706.
And personally, it's obviously a democracy in this podcast, but I'd have banned him for good for that.
Did you?
I would have.
That's the first time I've drove over 100 mile an hour for a fair while. Like,
It's not a bad comeback. A lot you have because you're a Dons fan and you argue with Massey more than I do.
Oh, speaking about that, we'll get a Don's love in this week from Moss's
Aye.
League.
Well, either or we get a jam up Old Firm for their performance last week in the
Oh,
Champions
we'll
League.
do a bit of
Probably.
both,
We do a bit of both. Aye,
Because we know that just angers the hell out of Mass when he's driving to work, don't you?
How did you get on in the fantasy this week, Shed?
Eh,
NFL lean.
I won. Won my match. Did you win your match?
I won mine as well.
Hold on, wait. Did Mossy win? No, he didn't.
So how does it work as an NFL fantasy? You're playing against a draft.
It's the same as a normal fantasy. So you just your team tallies points, but you're playing against somebody
Every week.
every week.
Is that like a draft you get in the fantasy?
You
football and
do
that?
draft though.
Aye.
But there's only one of Ken like Odegaard. Can there only be one between the 10
So you
teams?
do,
Ah,
you do a proper draft before it starts.
Okay.
So like Slipper says, you can't get Ken like Odegaard. Like I've got him in my team, you've got him in your team, Dunk's got him in his team. You can't do that.
Can't do that. It's 1-1.
Okay.
So you've got to do a bit of research into Ken. You kind of have to know a little bit. It's a bit of potluck when you get down to the lower picks, but the first Ken 6
So
rounds of that, it's
Yeah.
Aye, so if you start a league for a start, then somebody gets to pick a team player first. Is that
Aye.
how it works?
Aye, so like it randomises. We've got 12 players in the league, and it randomises.
Oh, just it. Okay.
So, but that's your order.
Is it?
So pick one, then goes all the way through.
Aye.
Pick 12, then goes down. Pick 12 all the way back to pick one.
Ah, right.
Just runs like that.
if you get pick 12, you can also get pick 13.
13.
If that makes sense.
Ah, yes.
Aye,
Aye.
so,
Yep.
So it's pretty good. Like
Aye. Because if you get the first pick, you're not getting your second
Aye.
pick till 20 order.
20 order, aye.
So you're trying to be somewhere
so
in the
it's
middle.
in the middle, you want to be in the middle.
Aye.
Because I was number 11, so I got 11 and 14.
Aye.
So you don't get another pick for ages again.
Aye. Works out the same for everybody, does it?
It does, but
Aye.
it's just
Aye.
your preference.
Yep. So I haven't found if you've been up to Slip since last time we've seen you.
What's happening in the farm?
Not much, but I was away actually for the weekend to Granny's Heel and Hame.
Oh, Embo.
Aye.
So Laura booked it in January, like, so £69 deal. So went up there for 3 days. Driving up and got a text and the Fitbit was off. It was just, well, we be touching that on later.
No, crack on.
Got up to Nairn or something like that and got a text through, seen the Fitbit was off, and I was fucking raging, obviously, but...
Why? Because you was on holiday with your
No, it
missus?
was just, well, there was a heap
Well, I
of...
was delighted because I had a wedding, so I was delighted the game was
There
up.
was a heap of other couples there, and Jamie McKinnon was coming, and he's a big jar, obviously. So I
big
thought,
ranger.
we'll watch the game. That'll be a good laugh. Like,
Aye.
so I miss the Fitbit. It's the same with international Fitbit. If it's an international weekend, I miss Club Fitbit. So there was that, and then we got to Granny's Heel and Hame.
It was obviously something a bit bigger than just Fitbit being enough.
Aye, obviously, but really,
Come on, you're a farmer.
I
You should be a staunch royal.
No, I'm not. I'm not against royalists, but I just thought, if you want to pay your respects, you can do it in your own way. I didn't think that's my opinion, but obviously there's I didn't agree with all these people shouting and swearing and not hanging
Absolutely
minutes
not.
of silence and all that shit. It's just an absolute
Disgraceful.
it's disgraceful. But I just thought, it was only sport that wasn't on this weekend, really, wasn't it? Everything else was on.
If you've tuned in today, you've just tuned in to talk radio. Huh? It's a very serious start. Political.
Crap.
And then we got to Granny's Heel and Hame, and even fucking
Far hell's Granny's heel and tail.
Embo, I just said to you.
What Embo? I don't even get where that is.
Jesus.
it's between
Dornoch.
Aye, Dornoch.
Up in the Black
But-
Isle, head north.
Edwards Benny.
No.
We got there, and Ken Laura was looking forward to. She was just up with a heap of her mates, and they had all kids, so they were looking forward to getting the kids up on the dance floor and dancing. All that was cancelled. All entertainment was cancelled, and that for the weekend.
Aye.
And I thought, that's a bit.
Netherdale House, it wasn't it?
Oh no. Oh no, I was entertainment galore. It was
I've seen some videos in my time, but that video got sent yesterday. Jamie Gill,
Aye.
That fucking guy again, Jesus.
honestly.
Shambolic. Oh my god.
He was right in what he said with his retort when he said, if I was ever an advert for too much alcohol, that was it.
So we had also our pals wedding on Saturday. We had a golfing day on the Friday. Up
Yeah.
at
It was a
Tirrallie.
cracking day.
Really good day.
Very good day.
Good day. Good to meet the folk that is actually.
Aye.
It was a good icebreaker, wasn't it? Because then
Aye.
instead of everybody just turning up cold to the wedding, we folk nobody knew.
Yeah. So you had like Dutch, American, Norwegian,
Peruvian,
Peruvian,
Taiwanese,
Belgian, just
Nice.
people from around the world.
Yanks.
No, it was a great day. Then the wedding and obviously on Saturday. Obviously it was fine weather with you.
Aye, it was actually.
It was really fine out the road.
It was a perfect temperature.
Aye.
Only
Aye.
warmer and would have been struggling.
It was just a fine
It was just pop on.
wee bit of tug of war with the
We had we'd split up into groups and
groups,
then
and we beat the forces, lads.
Yeah,
Right.
beat them.
The elite forces, lads,
Aye.
and we beat them.
Pussies.
Because we can't none of them are lifting this. But they weren't happy.
No, they weren't, but serves them right.
That was a great day. Mind you, last time you was at Netherdale, did you see a guy with trainers on with a kilt?
Aye.
We've seen something better.
This is unbelievable what we see.
See, I
It's a
missed
nice
this.
place, Netherdale, isn't it?
Lovely.
Cracking
Lovely.
location.
Aye, really
really
nice.
nice, really good.
So we was stunning, and obviously there's different nationalities coming in. There's Americans wearing kilts. Guy comes out, with spurring around his neck. He's got
Shut
his spurring wearing it on
It's
his
like a
belly.
medallion.
No way.
Yes.
Aye, so he
Fun
did it.
lab, so it's, no, I missed that.
Around his neck.
So he had a
Wearing it
kilt
like a
on and he never had a clue.
So
how to
who was
wear
it? Dutch, American, which guy was
was
it?
American. I think
It was
his pleats were at the front of now.
pleats were at the front as well.
Oh, no.
Hey, the mayor.
Oh, come on, Fit Boy was it though?
I think I can't mind what his name is.
Aye, but who was he affiliated
He
with?
was American.
American.
So it's obviously his wife's family.
Aye.
But I'm not sure if it was.
None of the uncles or the
The
dad.
thing I'm more disappointed is folk told him.
Aye, honestly.
Should have just left that.
Just left him.
Imagine you left that all night. I missed that.
Sorry, you're not wearing it right. You should be wearing it across your chest
Aye.
like that.
I just
like a
looked around
handbag.
and it was just his jacket was open. It was just sitting for his belly.
Right, even if I've never worn somebody's national dress, the first thing I'm doing is going onto YouTube, aren't you?
Aye, you're here now. You look at a photo.
You're
Aye.
picking this thing out of the bag and
And
you're
you're going, what do I do with this?
is that?
Right.
Better go and get a picture of a Scotsman and see what he looks like, Ken. But
Aye,
he was wearing it like a medallion.
That was funny, like.
There was a few shapes at Lousing time.
It was a great day. The weather was lovely. Food was good. It was just perfect. It was
Aye.
a really good day.
Good laugh.
Was not too rough on the Sunday, was you?
No,
Nah,
I
just woke up a bit fuzzy and then I'll come to you
Woke
about an
up.
hour later.
We bit a speed wobble out of bed.
Aye.
I thought, oof, And
Because I
then
was that first 10 minutes to go.
how we got a fair here downstairs, cup of tea, couple bits of toast. Never that.
Perfect.
Out for a walk.
I was thinking,
Because a wedding finishes at a fine time. It's 12
Yes.
o'clock.
Yes.
You've been on it all day. You've had a
Aye.
skinful. If it breaks into 1, 2, 3 in the morning, that's when the trouble comes.
Yeah.
But dancing and I can on your feet all day, dancing. You
Aye.
Say a calf's head on Sunday, like.
decent,
That's fair, probably took a while.
Maybe,
Digging the heels in and going.
decent bit of grub as we all
It's
can.
always good to get the kilt shoes off, though, is it?
Oh, definitely.
Oh.
What a pain mine were. Because no, laces were a wrong length. Kept opening.
See, if you get a toilet and you're going for a number 2 with a kilt on, you take it, you lift.
Are you lifting it or are you taking it off?
You taking it off?
I'm lifting it up.
I'm taking it off, like.
Yeah.
Aye.
No
Where are
way.
you hanging it like? Where are you
you
putting
doing
it?
On the back of the door.
See, you're
Sitting
just,
there just... Nah.
Aye.
Nah.
Because it can't run a risk of on hanging on a kilt.
But saying that, when I'm standing at home, it's the last thing that goes on is a
Last
kilt.
thing goes on, aye.
aye.
Well, apart from the jacket, but you put a kilt on last.
Aye.
Aye, yeah. No, it was a great weekend, and all the best. Alain and Emma obviously been married for a
Aye,
couple of years now.
2-3 years, but
yep.
that was the first chance they'd.
Had of getting it done.
They're getting it, aye.
But it was good to see so much folk from around the world in Tara.
Aye, it was good crack, like.
It was. And Fan, did you come home, slap sway up the road?
I was Monday afternoon.
Aye. You get a good few beers up the road?
Aye, we went through. Well, we couldn't really drink in the hospital. It was kind of closed because of the
Aye.
rain. Apart from the last night, I think it opened back up again on Sunday. But with a few beers in the caravan with other couples, like it was good.
Aye.
But I'll give Brian McKinnon a shout out as well. He just got married in Portugal. Couldn't make it across, but
Yeah.
I Kenny listens every week.
Aye.
Like,
Aye.
so big shout out to Maka.
Aye.
Congratulations.
Oh, the wedding.
Aye.
No,
Yeah,
good stuff.
So what's happening in the infirmary? You
Aye.
never said.
The meals are going well, are they?
Huh?
They're doing alright.
I had in 2 weeks ago. It was
Good,
half a
did
fine.
you?
It was.
Have a fine.
It was fine. It was the noodles with the chicken, and
Oh, aye.
it was
Aye.
good. Like,
No, it was
enjoyed
good,
it.
Aye.
So if it is happening for the fifth time, just try to show interest in his
Well,
fucking hell. Like,
Tell us about it then.
I phoned my sister to see how it was
By the
going.
way, I was in good dance last night.
we'll get to that.
Oh, joking.
No.
Sorry, it's
I
like.
phoned my sister on Sunday, see how it was production day on Sunday, and I was
Okay.
not there. So I went fine, and she said, "Oh, I've got something to tell you, but I'll wait till you get home." I was like, "Well, just tell me now." Ripped the side of a van off.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Fucking van.
Another van. How'd you manage that?
Aye, well, there's
Rip the side
The
off.
side off. Oh, she's just been taking being the side.
Side skirts off, the side doors all fucking mangled.
Oh, Jesus.
What's she doing?
Well, there's 20 doors in Woodhead I normally do because the other lads didn't have time to do it. So
Aye.
she covered them, and there was
There's only 19 Lou.
the
Half a dike.
the house with the fucking biggest yard to turn in. She fucking managed to fucking fuck the van, basically.
Are we just talking like a transit or something?
It's basically a transit. I didn't know how she did it. I'm going to look at this wall, and then this morning.
How did you take that news?
Well, she helps me out so much. I can't say much too much.
Well, you
like,
can't.
but-
Well, you can
wrecked your van.
because she's wrecked your van.
She's not fucking helping you. She's hindering you.
And then this morning, my dad came in to me and said,
What's going on?
I'm selling 2 vans because I've got to replace my
You couldn't have been
vans."
happy with the old man.
So my dad came in and said, "Was that brake lights smashed in the back of that van previously?" I'm like,
Oh, come on.
"Are you having a laugh?" So I went out, and sure enough, fucking brake light, all the casing and that smashed on the
smashed.
back of the van. So the cows actually go out by that van every night. I'm just not sure if maybe one of the ones with
Okay.
the horns fucking clipped it and broke it. So
Visit with you in vans.
Vans. How many vans is that? 4?
it's a fucking nightmare. Like,
What's
so
a fortune?
if MD is looking for a refrigerated van, I'm selling 2 now.
One with
Great
a missing
neck.
side.
Great neck. So I bet just
Oh.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Slips.
Enjoys that.
Gdansk.
Gdansk, really good. Beautiful city.
2 hours.
Uren 45, Uren 2 hours home. Perfect.
Brilliant.
Honestly, God.
Hardly forgets how close it is, don't they?
Aye. I actually flew home on Sunday, started listening to the pod for last week, just landing, pod finished.
Because
It's perfect timing. Aye.
Gdansk is kind of like the most kind of modern.
Aye, it's got the Al town in it, which is kind of been, it was obviously bombed during the war, but
Aye.
they've kind of rebuilt it to fit it was like,
Okay.
it was really nice tune. Nice
Aye.
tune down out to the bit for the first bullet was fired during World War II.
Oh, aye, okay.
So it was a good walk.
Yeah, a couple tours and that. Like,
Aye.
aye.
Yeah, but we've never done the concentration camp. We thought we would maybe
I think I would put a damper on things.
Aye, we maybe do, yeah.
I've heard it's pretty heavy
Aye,
going
well-
on that, but
I think it's called Struthofen, but we went the
What's it called?
Auschwitz. Struthof.
aye.
Went
Oh,
the-
you wanted the Auschwitz?
do it the
Nice,
Auschwitz.
yeah.
Kind of. If you went
Deep-
the, you
deep
went
proper.
I did the big
Might Brachiani, a little arena to Brachiani for the
Ease it in.
Ease it in. That's nice. So
Savage.
No, but it was a lovely city. Great
Aye.
food and drink. Perfect.
Aye.
It was really good.
Tidy.
last minute deal, so it was great. No, it was enjoyed it. So yourselves, have you been up down this? Obviously nothing else, just wedding.
Recovering.
I had Monday off actually, so I went out in a push bike on the Monday.
Aye.
Sweating pure alcohol. Aye. First crank of the pedals, it was like.
I had a spin glass on Monday that I came out.
Aye.
You was stinking on lager and drink.
Yeah. Aye.
You was. Your eyes was stinging, Ken, and it was sweating. Holy fuck, isn't it good?
That's half it for a while, though, is it?
It's for me.
Until next time.
Yeah,
I'm not going to hang planned for a failure.
Yeah,
so.
No, same here. Like, so
Before a break.
Aye.
Get a wee bit of respite to feed the drink.
See you not Monday off this weekend.
Aye, Sunday. You got Stagger this weekend? I don't know.
No,
Wedding? No.
Wedding, no.
nah. That's me till Christmas.
I'm a greedy contractor, so no day off from me.
Is it? No.
No. Well, hopefully, I'll just work for him.
Aye. No, we're off. So, clue number 2, move on.
Yep.
I have been capped 77 times by my country. I have scored 0 goals. I have been at 3 World Cups. So 77 caps, 0 goals, 3 World Cups.
I reckon why I'm turning that paper off, because I've no fucking clue. I've got a guess, but
Aye.
I think I maybe got it in one.
Think so? We'll find out with the next clues.
So if I'm right, you'll be fuming.
So obviously topicals this week. There's no
him.
Premier League football, no Scottish football, no Highland League football. So it's like a standstill after the Queen. Saturday passing a what?
So, Mug of Truth.
Again.
There was obviously other football around about Europe and around about the world. And if you want to start off with mining,
F1 as well. What's
F1, that's fun.
F1, right.
Italian.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
So mine's actually, my talking point comes for a game in Italy, Juve game.
Oh, aye.
2-0 down, came back to 2-2.
I can't be going to say here.
90th minute,
Yep.
94th minute, I think it was.
I was I.
We'll be on the same page, and you and I.
Aye. Ball went in for the corner,
Yep.
in the back of the net.
Yep.
Boys celebrated,
Yep.
shut off,
Yep.
second booking,
Yep.
sent off.
Yep.
Yep.
What a restart game, VAR, shambles as usual,
Yep.
scrapping the side of the pitch, goal ruled off.
Mm-hmm.
Should that player then have got his yellow card rescinded since it wasn't technically a part of the play?
Oh, I see. I was now aware that that's what happened.
What you thinking?
I think it shouldn't have. I think you should get him back on.
It should have been rescinded, you mean?
I think it should have been rescinded.
Dunk?
Nah, that's the rules.
Correct.
Aye.
It's the rules.
you
No,
shouldn't be
to take
taking
your
it-
top off.
He knows before he does that.
Only point in the game.
It doesn't matter if it's just it goes disallowed or whatever. He still took his top off.
And he was
that's
already
the
in a
rules.
yellow. He was already in a yellow.
He was already in a yellow.
He's
aye.
silly.
So
Do you not think that the fact that
It was that
it
moment.
looked like a no wrong with the goal, even if you look at it VAR.
Oh, yeah,
isn't it?
I don't think I was much wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with
See, now the boy did go
Aye, to try and hit
to
it.
try and hit it, so technically he's trying to play the bar
Ah.
and maybe put a goalie off.
Aye.
So it's offside.
But do you think the rule of sending them off the second yellow, even though it wasn't a proper passage of play, or was it a passage of? It was a passage of play. But
Well, it's interesting, but the rules is he's
That take your top off.
They take your top off, regardless if it.
See you later.
aye.
But if it'd been out, if he'd flagged for offside and the goalie come out and wiped them out,
Aye.
and the goalie got
Red carded.
red carded, does that red card stand, or does it not?
Well, that's a rule. Well,
I think it would have done. In fact, if you say the corner came in and the boy heated the bar,
it wouldn't have stood.
wouldn't have stood, would it?
but is he endangering the player still? That you could just say, it still stands, even though I can't be you're saying.
Aye.
Still endangering the player by.
So technically, I'd probably start a red card
Aye.
to stand. So I think the boy's red card should stand as well for taking his top off.
Aye.
I've never understood it. It's idiots. You can't fit rules.
Why you're talking about? Why?
Especially on. I could get it if you've not been booked.
yeah.
Aye,
Well, I don't even get it if you've not been booked, but if you've definitely been booked, why are you doing it?
I think it's
Probably
a stupid rule, to be
it's
honest.
a stupid rule.
It is a stupid rule.
The rule's a problem.
The rule is a problem.
but it is the rule.
Yeah,
Aye.
it is a rule, and everyone knows it's a rule.
Right.
Aye. No, I probably definitely agree that the fact that he got his second booking, he had to go. You couldn't. There's no chance of him coming
No.
back.
No.
You get sent off nowadays when the game's finished and things like that. So it doesn't matter for
Aye,
me.
aye.
Yeah.
The game is, but I just thought it was a bit.
It's a rule. Again, it's a
Plus,
rule.
it
It's a
was-
problem.
That was a terrible VAR decision for a start. I thought.
I'm telling you, VAR's last few weeks has gone
It's wrecking the game of football.
It's wrecking.
Didn't I need it?
Aye.
It's
It
absolutely
is wrecking
madness.
football for me now.
Just let the refs mark a decision and
Yep.
stand by it.
We can argue about
We
it in
can
the pub
argue
after,
about it.
and that's fine.
But that's fine. But they're fit VAR is. It's not VAR's fault.
It's ruining big moments in the game now.
The referees are still being incompetent in
Aye.
their decision.
Yeah.
Again,
It's just moved the goalposts, isn't it?
Is it a case of refs being incompetent or the VAR try to overrule the referees?
No, the VAR. Well, the VAR looks at the incident, but it's a folk that are running the VAR says, "You better have a look at that."
But I also
That's
think
wrong."
maybe some of the
So-
players got something to do because like certain decisions now, obviously players are obviously just turning to the ref and going, check VAR, and then he checks it for anything. It's just
That game was what, a restart?
when it first
Aberdeen's
started, it
lined
was
up with
just
what
it was just
restart.
going to be clear and obvious. When it's basically every decision now.
Yeah.
Because I ever hears a commentator going, check complete, and you're like, for fit.
for fit.
I
I
think somebody, I think it was maybe mentioned here last week or a few weeks ago. Before VAR, you could live with like people making mistakes, as in
Aye.
refs and stuff
Human
like that.
error.
But when you're seeing replays of something that is blatantly obvious
Yes.
that it's
Aye.
near foul, and
makes
it's
it
nae-
worse.
It just makes it a lot worse.
Aye.
Aye, marks it 10 times worse.
10 times worse.
See the amount of times when he's grown up as a kid, or just whenever a referee marks an arse with it. Fine, referee marks an arse with it. But now they're marking an arse with it, and getting told they're marking an arse with it, but marking a bigger arse with it by.
And when we used to,
Changing
when we
decisions.
used to argue black with white in the pub, saying no, it was a goal, no, it wasn't a goal. We're all just going VAR shite,
Yeah.
Aye.
and Abby's agreeing,
I'm
going
disagreeing, it's shite.
it's shite.
And also, as soon as the fucking ref gets called across the screen,
You know
it's
he's
putting
watching-
pressure on the ref, isn't it?
he's
Whether
a-
it's right or wrong.
He's about to change his decision
Yeah.
every time.
I
It's
think,
code.
I think I was one.
Aye.
Oh, Michael Oliver.
Aye, a couple of weeks back. But
Aye, the referees went up and said, no, I'm sticking to
Aye,
this
Sticking my
decision.
decision.
Aye.
and I think to be fair, he got it wrong as well.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. But then,
It was arrogance was why he
Aye.
didn't change his decision.
but if it happened in real time, there's no VAR. Well, it's fine. It's a mistake. Just crack on.
Aye.
Evens itself. out.
But for me, it's ruining big moments in the game now. Like
you can't
exciting
celebrate
mo-
goals.
You actually can't celebrate a goal now in case it gets chopped off
Yeah.
for something that happened 45 seconds ago.
Yeah. And at that
I-
time, the moment's lost, is it?
Aye.
Especially for fans and especially for
Yeah.
players as well. But it's a bit of shambles.
That's interesting to see because isn't Scotland supposed to be getting the light version? I
Oh
don't know what
my
that
God.
Light
exactly
version, we
means.
need paying the £99 a month or something for it. We're paying £40 a
I
month.
didn't care for it is, but it's supposed to be a lighter version than what the kind of Premier League's, the English Premier
Ah,
League's
no
got.
fucking dude.
But
It'll be shit.
But it will be interesting to see. Imagine they made a better job of it than the richest
The
league in the
wi-
world.
The winner.
just keep it basic, like you say. Just keep it as basic as possible. It's just
Big
there
decisions.
for big decisions.
Yeah.
Penalties, red cards.
You
Well, the goal is a big decision.
Right.
You mind the Euros? How slick was the Euros?
I know.
The VAR.
I know.
Aberdeen
And
was
even
like,
at-
"Oh, it's brilliant.
Even at the
It's-
start of the season, it was
Aye.
pretty good. And then it's just got worse and worse the last month or so.
It's putting me off a game.
It's so shit.
Aye.
I've hated it. I've never wanted it. And since it's
I
been
think that's
out,
maybe
it's
what-
been worse. and
Why I've
worse
enjoyed
and
Gat
worse.
Petodri because it's near, so it'll be interesting to see how much it ruins my experience. Because obviously none of us have experienced it at a live game. So if I'm at Petodri and it's going to have
Aye.
VAR, I'm interested to see how much it ruins my experience as a fan.
Are the grounds getting big screens to
Well, that's what I was
replay?
just
the-
a way to say.
I'd imagine it's probably going to be one in it.
That's what I was just a way to say. There's normally in the big
Well,
stadiums
saying
and
that,
that, there's a
It's
lot-
going to be a projector in Scotland, isn't it? They used to get into school.
Black and white TV.
32 inch CRT.
It will be. It'll be a projector. There's no way Scottish clubs have got the finance to be.
United had Man United hasn't got a big screen.
Haven't they?
Nah.
So if there's a VR decision, it's just a case of
No, it's just
believe
going to
the
go.
ref was gonna replay it.
Aye, it's-
maybe
Aye.
over the town.
that's different level. That Mike, if you're starting throwing up big screens at a ground that's only got 1,800 folk.
But I thought we were supposed to be getting a conversation between the VAR officials.
That's
and
what
the
they
referee.
said. I when I heard
And
it.
I had nothing
Wonder
yet.
why
Aye.
that is.
It's because they've made a fuck
Aye.
up.
Aye.
Do you not think that would be better though?
Aye.
If you could hear the justification.
100%. Yeah,
behind it?
exactly.
100%.
And then we could all go.
We're looking at VAR because
X, Y, and Z.
we think he's headed the ball. We've just handled the ball. We've just looked at it. He's handled it. You better come and have a look because we think it's clear enough.
And then you gotta go. Oh, he's got a point here.
Got a
I mean,
point there.
some of that fucking.
And then if he hasn't, then they'll get struck off.
Ah, exactly.
Some of those decisions, the Newcastle one and the fucking Chelsea one and
Right.
stuff like that a few weeks ago, unbelievable.
Aye.
Like.
Right.
There is probably technology they could
But then-
probably use that.
Even the Man United. Sorry, Mike. Even the Man United in midweek. The ruling is if it comes off a different part of your body, you
It's
then
not
hit your
a penalty.
hand. It's
That is the
not
rule.
A penalty.
Yeah.
That is the rule.
And
So how did they make in that?
But basically, it's hot his hands. Aye, but it's come off.
And that's
his
nothing
foot,
to do with
off
being a
his
Man
hand.
United fine. That is a
No,
rule.
It's a rule, and it's just
And it's basics.
Aye.
Aye.
So
As a
hold on.
referee, it's
Is that,
basics.
so you're watching it and you go, oh, it's clipped this thigh. So straight away I'm going, no penalty, carry on.
Aye.
Even
Carry
the
on.
commentators couldn't believe that it was
Aye.
given.
again. But
Yeah, I
so,
think Aberdeen got a penalty. Was it last season? We are, but obviously we didn't have VR, man.
aye.
But
But you can live with that because
Aye.
it's a referee.
Referee's
decision
made
But the
it.
point is,
time.
you should be able to look at that in 10 seconds and go, one look,
Yeah.
it's hot his
Hot
thigh,
his thigh.
that's it.
Tough.
Yeah.
Continue.
But then
Exactly.
stand and look and look and look, and then still get fucking wrong.
Aye.
I think they're probably feeling the pressure a lot more now because it's such a fucking.
It's magnified, don't know.
It's magnified now, and they're taking longer for decisions. And they're still getting it a lot wrong.
Because the P's on him big time, is it?
Aye.
Big time.
No.
Aye.
How was Man United? I never seen the game last Thursday.
It's a shite game.
Shite
like.
game.
Was it?
Shite.
Terrible game, but if he didn't ken fit his best team is now, he really does now.
He doesn't count for his best players.
Aye.
right?
If I was playing it,
Maguire.
Maguire.
Well, proof's in the pudding, Ken. They've won games. He goes back in the team.
Maguire.
Get beat.
Files was
Thought
playing
Fred
shit.
was poor.
Fred.
Oh my God! Like,
Playing as a number 10.
aye.
yeah, Silva was for Sociedad.
Ronaldo didn't have the best of games. He scored a cracking header, which was offside.
Well, it
but
was
he
quite
never-
interesting to see because Chiz was there and he was obviously messaging us on it, and he was saying it's plainly obvious when you're watching a game how much his body language is dragging
Aye.
the rest of the team
Yeah,
doing.
Yeah.
you can see that his
Really?
petulance and that.
That's
Yeah,
what Chiz was saying.
yeah, definitely.
You didn't get to see that when you're watching.
You can just
Yeah,
see
but
him
you actually on
see
TV
pictures.
because like you're out live, you can watch him.
Ken, he'll be throwing his hands
Aye.
up and
Aye.
sulking or walking
Yeah,
away the
yeah.
other direction, but you don't want to see it on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
good.
Yeah, a great game to go down to for Chiz.
He's got another Europa League
He's got
games. he was
Europa League games.
What a
Aye.
shite game to go.
Oh,
down for.
terrible.
terrible.
Well.
saying. Oh,
No.
Champions League.
Champions League. I could speak about that, and I could. The whole. How did the Rangers and Celtic get on? I was also a while last week.
Well,
So I didn't. Obviously, Celtic games tonight we were doing a pod. So
so
if you heard fit, I was hearing for certain folks, Celtic were amazing, but they still got
their
spanked.
chances.
I seen a Celtic game, and Celtic were really impressive.
Were they good?
In the first half, and they probably should have been ahead by 1 or 2, to be honest. But
Is it a case of they just turned the screw at half time and stepped up, and then that
well,
was it?
yeah, Celtic looked tired, to be honest, second half. But I'm not like make excuses. Madrid wiped the floor in the second half. Like there's no doubt about
Modric
it.
came on.
Aye. And he just looked kind of just different class, really.
As-
But-
these boys didn't miss. Can Celtic missed their chances, but the top teams,
Yeah.
Well,
as soon as they get it, they bet it.
Celtic will get a wall. We missing chances in the SPL.
Aye,
So there's another
'cause there's
bit of
anything coming.
confidence,
Yeah.
but Champions League, you
Yeah.
get a chance to score it. Like at Vinicius Junior,
first
chance,
touch, bang.
goal.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Aye.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, but Rangers got absolutely wasted.
I watched it like they
I didn't see that.
got railroaded, didn't they?
Absolutely a pasting.
Aye.
They hardly got out their box, their bloody hat in their box, their half.
Pasting.
I expected better, to be honest, because
Aye,
they've done
so
quite well in
did
Europe.
I. Last
I was
season was
expecting
definite.
expecting at least a decent performance.
Aye.
They might have got beat, but I was expecting to be competitive.
Yeah.
Nah.
The goalie, Manchester City goalie's not the answer.
No.
What was it? The try
It's
to blame.
a lot worse than the goalie.
Was that scapegoating?
Boy Sands at centre back.
Oh my god.
Then
Speak of a square peg in a round hole. Like
and that's an Ajax team that's lost a few key
Top
players
players.
as
Well,
well.
aye.
They've
Yeah.
gained some great Ians and
Aye.
Bassey.
Bassey looked good, to be fair.
And he was trying to help his teammates out. His ex-teammates out. Aye, he did look good to be fair.
Was
But
it just a case of?
he was not under any pressure.
It's just a wee bit step up, is it?
It's
Champions
just
League?
Aye, it
massive.
is, aye.
You can see, because obviously they look good in their league, but you see him stepping up to that, it's a massive step up.
Even for the Europa, as Mike
Aye.
said, the Europa League last year, it's a big step
Aye.
up. So, no, they'll finish bottom of the group.
But they did beat some. To be fair,
Top
they did
team,
beat
yeah.
some top teams.
I know,
and
that's what I done.
your Dortmunds and. what else
But
did they beat
they're in
again?
your Europa League for a reason.
Exactly, it's a fair
But
point.
then saying that, I thought. I know you said they deserved to go through against PSV, but I watched the game and I thought PSV should have had 2, 3, 4 goals.
Yeah, but I think they
yeah.
deserved it based on how solid they were at the back.
Yeah.
Well,
And another thing.
PSV didn't take their chances,
Aye.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Just score at the end of the day.
But as you said, they're in that teams were maybe big teams, but they're in the Europa League for a reason. The
Yeah.
ones at the Champions League are
But I fear
Yeah.
for him
See-
against Napoli
Aye.
because
Yeah.
Napoli pasted Liverpool.
well, they were good.
Napoli pasted Liverpool last year, no? Was it last year, year before?
Year before. Was it?
Aye.
That'll be an interesting
Liverpool
game at night.
bubbles burst.
Liverpool
Klopp.
Ajax will be an interesting one.
Klopp's
tonight.
fried him. He's fried his players.
James Milner at 37 is not the answer in the middle of the park.
Fried his players and hasn't replaced them.
Aye. Is it a lot of injuries in either?
Doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
because he's fried him. He's
Aye.
fucked him. See,
But as I said, Trent keeps playing the way he's playing. Ramsey will get a chance.
I can't believe he's still
Won't he?
playing Trent.
Wow, some of the clips.
Some
you
of
see,
that clips were like,
unbelievable.
obviously the watch back games, he must have got nailed for his
basics.
like uninterest in trying to get back.
Every time I've watched him this season, he's
Aye.
been
I don't like it.
horrendous.
Is that a wee bit of stance maybe for him going to midfield maybe? He doesn't try
He was
to...
not getting anything going forward, Mike.
No.
I just think it's a pity Ramsey was injured, because if he hadn't been injured, he'd be in by now. I'm telling you.
Really?
They've certainly got a chance, that's for sure. There's no doubt
Because-
about that.
Ramsey was the best defender, but some of his defending is
better than
diabolical.
Aye.
Oh, it's shocking,
I can
mate.
hear Paul Stewart screaming it. Honestly, because he's like loves Trent, loves Liverpool.
Doesn't matter shit if he lives or no.
Nah,
Shit.
anyone can watch him this season.
Aye,
And
exactly.
see it's just no good enough. Like,
Is it just a case of Liverpool's kind of bad blip? And,
It's a 7-year Klopp thing, isn't it?
Is it?
Aye.
Every club he's been at.
He burns all his players out.
Aye.
Look at the amount of play. Right, 63 games last year. Hardly on the rotation in his team. Just destroys his teams. High intensity football. Can Man City get away with it?
Because you've got a huge squad.
Huge squad.
Aye.
You talk about Liverpool's 12, 13
Prime players
you looked
are
at-
struggling.
Oof.
Yeah. They've
Yeah,
also got a few aging players in their squad as well.
Yeah,
don't
but-
they?
Have I?
That's
What's that
what
saying? Because Henderson and I always get subbed because they're always
Henderson,
trying to protect him and think
Van
they're a
Dijk's
lesser
making
team
on
for
the
using
young.
to play.
Van
Van
Dijk.
Dijk, what's going on with him?
Told you downfall of Van Dijk. You heard it here first. Finished.
But I was laughing because Gundy was right. He's like, you just saying, he goes, we were told he was the best centre half of all time, and he said 2 good seasons. He says,
Aye, exactly.
it's a good
he
point.
said John Terry had like 20 year of that.
Aye, well, Shed's been saying in the chat for ages. Van Dijk's finished, and
Nobody's believing man, but they're starting to believe. They're starting to
You
believe.
hear a lot of things in this pod first. Might not be right.
Might not be right, but you've heard it here first.
Well, was it said in the pod last week, Ange Postecoglou maybe got to Brighton?
aye.
Aye, yeah, aye, was
Aye.
aye.
Aye, was that something you want to bring up?
Aye, well, it was actually debated in the chat last week. We, me, Marcy, and Shed, the NFL chat, and I just wondered if you think Ange would leave if Brighton approached him. My opinion is he wouldn't. I think, if I'm honest, I think it's the best Celtic team I've possibly ever seen. Certainly within the last 10, 20 years. Even better maybe than Martin O'Neill's side. And I think he can take them further. I think he can qualify from that group. I honestly believe that. And Marcy will come back and say, "Oh, I'm a fucking closet Celtic fan and all this shit." I'm just fucking seeing. I honestly believe that he can enhance his reputation further. And I don't think he's going to go away from. I think he's got some big games to play against Celtic, and I don't think his reputation will drop any. It looks as if he'll win a title, and folk will say, "Oh well, he's kind of no challenge or that, blah blah blah." But I don't think his reputation is going to drop. I mean, what he's done in that 18 months he's been at that club has been
bonkers.
It's been quite unbelievable turnaround, isn't it? Really. Again, some of us said maybe he might do a good job in it, but none of us thought.
Someone said he'd
would
get a
be-
job in September.
Some of us, some of us did, but nobody had imagined they would be in this position now. And I just think, I don't think he would go to Brighton. I just wondered what
But
everyone else's thoughts.
I
are.
don't know if you watched that TikTok that I sent, because it kind of infuriates me, because I was some young lad saying why he would definitely go to Brighton.
That's somebody who purely doesn't understand
Aye,
football.
that's what I'm saying.
It's fucking
And it annoys me because the contempt again, like,
contempt of the English
Aye.
media and English fan base thinking Brighton's a bigger club than
Aye.
Celtic needs their fucking head looked
And
at.
the
Honestly.
other reason I honestly think is there really isn't a massive amount of managers out there. I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea went for Potter. He's certainly the outstanding candidate in the English Premier League in my eyes. But when you have a look at any other managers, nobody else is really sticking out, certainly in the English game, or even, well, I obviously don't know too much about the continental football, but I don't think there's a massive amount of managers standing out there right now.
but does it go do money? Because I bet even Brighton can probably offer 3-4 times the salary he's getting at Celtic.
But when you're a manager of that, are you
Managers aren't really, are they driven with money? Players, aye.
Players definitely are. but
Managers.
Managers,
I think
Postie,
It's building your CV
not
in
so
it.
much. I mean, we debated in the fact here, when Gerrard got offered a Villa job, was it the right thing to do? And personally, I said it wasn't. I think he should have bid at Rangers and built and got success in Champions League. Or,
Now they're in Europe. I think Celtic being in Champions League is a massive draw for him to stay.
But a Postie fit he's in and the style of football he plays, if he can crack it in Europe,
You can walk on water.
He's laughing like
Aye.
he's laughing. And I think that I said last week I think they'll get out of their group.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think the Brighton job would entertain him.
I think it has to be a top 6 job.
I think it has to be a bigger job than Brighton because I don't think Brighton's a big job.
Well, that's another debate. Can somebody for the SPL, well, Celtic or Rangers managers, net a top 6 job? Have they got the pool in the Scottish divisions?
I think if he would be, I think if for example, say he wins 3 league titles in a row and 2 of the 3 years he qualifies at the Champions League group, I think he gets a top job.
I don't think so.
I think you would need to do more than that.
More than that?
I think
More than that
top-
being as in what?
top- I think he'll go to like a middle table English Premier League team.
I think
then prove himself there.
if he's needing a top job in England, I'm tending to agree with Mike. I think you need to do.
He would need
You
to be
need to-
getting out of the groups, the Champions League and stuff like that. against the
Every
elite
single
side.
season he's in it,
Aye.
and then go to England to like maybe a, and again middle side fucking fit you
Brighton.
like a Palace,
Can like
Palace maybe fucking
Aye.
Newcastle even just now,
Aye.
and talk him into the top 6.
say like Celtic got a favourable draw in the last 16 and they kind of went in a bit of a run, like like Ajax did a few years ago when they got to the semis. I mean, that maybe sounds a little bit ridiculous.
It is
but
ridiculous. Favourable run. You can't get the semis with a favourable run.
Well,
Well,
I think
Radikaru won a US Open.
She won a game.
Did you?
She won a game at the weekend.
Aye.
Dippy actually sent me a text. I'm actually just mentioned in the pod. I think she's won a game.
Fluke.
but
A match, sorry.
I think there's no reason why Celtic can't. From what I've seen, any from the Real Madrid show, and I mean, Real Madrid are the fucking elite of the elite, aren't they?
Well, they've won their league
Aye.
last year in their European Championship.
Aye.
The best we've got to offer.
I honestly see no reason why Celtic can't get to the last 16, and if they get a decent draw, what is it? The last 16 after you get the
You've
group?
got a green and white top under there.
No, what? I honestly believe that they're.
I'm with you.
I honestly really impressed with how they played against. I know they got humped 3-0, as Massey would say, and
Well,
all
still
that.
got beat, didn't they?
Yeah, I know, well, yeah, that's a fair enough point, but I'm just
Files
that's
was in
against
that
the
group?
elite.
Files was in that?
Shakhtar,
Shakhtar, who hammered Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Aye.
Aye, Leipzig. Yeah, I think.
I backed him to get you out of the group. I backed them both to get out of the group, to be fair.
I'm nae backing Rangers.
No, after I seen that.
Definitely no.
They're short. They should have spent some of that money for getting in. They were short of players.
Well,
Yeah.
they spent money, but name.
Can like playing
name
Sands at
quality.
centre back in the in the
Boy
Champions
had a couple of
League.
chances. Barisic put in 4 beezers acrosses for the boy Cholak.
Boy was no way to be seen.
They miss Morales.
Today, aye. He's a battering ram.
Like I'm not having that Kolak's the best fucking striker at the club just now. Like he just fair
yeah,
enough
but it's
maybe.
bit standards, isn't it?
Well,
He's not toeing the line, is he?
No, that's
Yoski
true.
Dons is probably a better striker than Kolak, is he?
It probably is.
Aye.
Actually, it's more consistent, I would say.
Yep. Aye. I could see him maybe going in the January sales.
And there's offers in for him already, I read.
Is there?
Celtic.
Seen that.
Celtic? Aye.
I think so.
Well, that'd be classic Rangers and Celtic. For Aberdeen to once see a decent player, I guarantee one of the old firm are in for him.
Aye.
Yeah.
Just in an nullify threat.
Yeah.
We'll replace him with the boy Reid for Turra, though. It's alright.
I know. Somebody said to me he's got a 3-year deal, but I've not heard nothing more of this.
Aye.
Fit for Turra?
No, for Aberdeen.
No, I hadn't.
Heard me and me on
That'd
that.
be a fair fucking. Can
Nah.
even get a 1-year deal, never mind a 3-year deal. That's
Aye, I think so.
But going back to the initial question, was it Porter?
Potter.
Aye.
Was it Porter? Was
No,
it was
Postie. Postie.
Postie.
Brighton. No.
No for me.
Never me.
No.
for me.
I don't think so either. I think he's obviously trying to descend that club and kind of change him.
What do we think of Potter? I'm chuffed because I think Jordan said in talks about the last 28 appointments in the top 4, something like 10% have been British managers. So at least somebody's giving somebody a chance. I would say deserves a chance.
See if he gets time.
Aye.
And that's the biggest thing.
Aye.
If he gets time, because he had time at Brighton and style of football and the players he's brought in at
Superb to
Brighton
watch.
been really, really good, I thought. So
Aye.
if he gets a 2-3 year at it,
I would love to see him do well.
I feel like it's maybe not a good fit Chelsea. He deserves it. But I feel like if he went to Spurs or something, that might have been a better
Give
fit. He
him
would have been given
maybe
time. But he
Maybe
deserves
Chelsea's
it.
changing their whole,
I think they are, because the boys.
demographic with
I
the
read
new
the boys
chairman.
done an interview today, and he's basically saying he's no trigger happy. It's just that they had a vision for Abdi Witt to be on the same page, and Tuchel wasn't on that page.
Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't bullet Tuchel as soon as you come out,
Aye.
to be honest
That would
with
have been a better thing to do, I think.
you. I think so.
Aye.
I think so.
But Potter, he looks. It's a fair step up though.
It's
For
a fair
fans.
CV as well. Fucking hell. Going from he took a job in the 3rd division in Sweden.
Aye.
Within 5 years, he had that team in Europe.
Yeah.
Sweden or Norway? Sweden.
Sweden.
Austin Sons or something.
Austin Sweden, I think.
Oh, it is.
Sweden.
Aye.
But you think that's the whole thing about the egos thing, whether they ticked him because let's be honest, he's a bit of a. Nobody's really heard him, or has he earned enough stripes at Brighton for the players to respect him?
I think he's earned enough stripes in the Premier League.
To fit he's done at Brighton.
A club the size of Brighton to fit he's done in
Aye,
5 foot him. And the players.
The players he's brought in.
He's set off Cucurella.
He's got a degree in psychology, so I reckon that's his big plus point with the
Aye.
modern player.
Yeah.
Because it's like Ken and Fit gets him to work rather than old school screaming method.
We touched on that in that interview you were speaking about earlier on.
Aye.
The cringy interview.
Aye.
He was speaking about he needs to get to know the players,
Aye.
how he can treat them and stuff like that. It's a big part of the game nowadays.
It is now,
You can't
aye,
just shout at folk now.
Because they're soft.
Aye.
Pussies.
Yeah, Billy Gilmore though. Eh?
Oh, he's got
He's got it because he's there for one more week. Then he's maybe starting for Chelsea, and now he's up. He probably won't even play for Brighton because the new man when I fancy him.
when I fancy him.
I can see seen a bit of
Could be his
deals
career
done in
gone.
January with at Chelsea. Like I think
Come back.
Come back. Again.
No, him going back, but like that, they might get rid of some of these bigger players because they like to Conor Gallagher, and I can see them kind of starting for Chelsea, maybe under Potter.
Under Potter,
Under Potter, aye. You're probably right.
It could be the end of the sort of big names. He just goes for players that fit he wants to do.
Well, he's been digging up gems at Brighton for God knows how long. You know what I mean? So
It's good to see a British manager getting a punt instead of the usual suspects.
You never get you're going back a fair while, kind of maybe back to like Rodgers or something like that, before like a big clubs took a chance on somebody maybe at a lower club team. So yeah, it is good to see, and I think he deserves his chance because I think he's been doing a cracking job at Brighton.
Yeah.
Will that be a downfall of Brighton now? Do you think Brighton can?
Well, it could be like a
Heartlet Cove. No, but got a way of working with somebody.
Possibly lose their identity a wee bit with somebody else coming in.
Aye.
I seen that Bodo Glimt guy was linked, like
Knudsen.
Knudsen or whatever his name is. So he's done well there. I don't know if they'll take a gamble on that. Obviously, Ange's been linked, and I'm not sure who else has been linked. But
they might get the
attractive job though.
They might get the assistant.
They've got a good setup, well-run club.
Yeah.
Did the assistant go with Potter?
That Kyle
That's the
McGall.
difference in Fitbit. So, like Steve got that post up, 21.5 million to get him and his team out of Chelsea, and then 16 or 15 million to pay off. If you gave 37 million to across the board in Scottish Fitbit, it would transform every club.
I know.
That'd be unbelievable.
That Kyle McGauley or however it's pronounced, used to be at the Dons. He's followed him everywhere he's went. He's took him to Chelsea as well, I see. So he's like a head of recruitment or something like that.
Oh, right,
He
okay.
played 5 or 6 games for the Dons, and Peterhead and stuff like that. But he started him with Sweden, and he's took him every club, so must be rated highly.
Must be.
No, it's a good move for him.
Good move for
I think,
Potter.
hopefully it'll transform Chelsea's season.
But the thing is, he's got to step into a big job, so you've got a chance of maybe getting another big job again once you've been at a big club.
Yeah. Well, Pochettino wants to go for Spurs to PSG.
Aye.
Yep.
Never know.
Shed, you obviously touched on it at the start of the pod for your talking point this week.
Aye, well, I went. We touched on it at the start of the pod there, and I can't remember if it actually said in the chat. So, aye, is there a place in football for political agendas, and should there still be minutes, applause, silences at games, or should they be scrapped? And the reason I was thinking about this was after obviously the Queen dying midweek there, and you all get numpties and numbskulls that'll
Disrespect
stuff in every walk of life, and not just disrespect, but there's going to be minutes silences, hour or 2 minute silences, and guaranteed
somebody's going to ruin everyone.
Somebody's going to ruin every single one of them.
Yeah.
Kind of like Liverpool a few weeks back when they booed the national anthem and shit like that. It's just so to stop it, just didn't hear him. So I was just wondering for you boys' thoughts on that. My personal thoughts is I shouldn't be. You get it for your club legends and stuff like that, but
political stuff
or stuff out with
your
the
club
Fitbit arena or the club, I think should be only when you're
involved.
Ken like at times we was doing Black Lives Matter, kneeling on knee. Did it mark any effect?
No,
didn't it? Folk ended up booing it. Just didn't like it.
I'm against it.
Bloody COVID. NHS, well, Christ, you was about 10 minutes before you got a game started because you did kneel down, you did NHS clapping, YMCA for the LGBT.
I'm against all the clapping. Like, I'm a staunch minute silence man. Like,
see, am I? But I think you've got to scrap it because of because you get our numpties, and then a numpty will do it, and then you get somebody shouting to shut up,
and then it turns into
a fucking ram.
Then a ref cuts it short.
Wasn't it the Hearts game that it was horrendous? It was at half time in their Europa Conference game. They tried to do a minute's silence, and it was an absolute.
Just a rammy. So
see, I think maybe it's harder to maybe disrupt applause than a silence. Maybe, I don't know, but you could boo, I suppose, applause, but
you can't bet. It's going to be drowned out with the clapping.
Just don't like the clapping.
Just wear a black armband. That's it.
Yep.
Hey, the thing up on a big screen. All the best. Sick and sick.
Mind the carry on with James McLean with the hail poppy. Didn't what they're plopping in the shirt. That's maybe his.
It's up to him. He doesn't give a shit if he wears a poppy, doesn't he? But why should he be made to wear
a poppy?
Or why should he get hassle for no wearing it?
Exactly.
So it's like a Black Lives Matter. How much folk agreed or disagreed with it, but they were forced to do it because if they didn't do it, they'd be seen as
a leper,
as a racist or a whatever. But they just maybe didn't agree with the movement.
Coloured laces and all that stuff.
Oh, that's shite as well.
Take all that.
Take all hang. Kind of the NHS fucking thing on their sleeves. Rid of that.
But do they think
LGBT
that-
fucking fancy boots. Get rid of that. It's football's football.
Right, but Fitba is
A huge platform.
huge
Yes.
platform for role models for different kids and things
Just
like
be a
that.
role model then.
Aye.
You didn't need to fucking wear fancy boots and stickers all the way and kneel down your knee and wear a poppy and didn't need that shite.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out there and do a professional job on the park. Show more respect to the referee then if you want to be a role model.
Aye.
Do your job.
Yep.
Do stuff out with the football field. Kind of like Marcus Rashford did. We all these feed the kids for their free school meals and everything. That's more respected than fucking wearing a poppy in your shirt when you didn't want to wear
Yeah.
a poppy in your
Yeah.
shirt.
I think that was one of the main reasons that football was actually cancelled this weekend. It was because the fear of
Oh,
the
that
embarrassment.
Aye.
But for me, all they've done is just delayed it, because if they're going to do a minute's silence at the games, the next Premier League games or that, you're going to get those clowns ruining that anyway, aren't
exactly. So I just think anything political or anything like that, just
Didn't do it.
didn't do it. And then there's no excuses for not us to get involved or folk disrespecting it. And if there is a club legend dies, or well, he would be a legend because he is dead.
Aye.
He's thing up
This crane, yeah, wear a
for
black
for a
armband.
game. Yeah, black armband.
Enough.
How is it there?
I thought it was enough.
How no?
Got to hear that minute silence.
Nah, because you get disrespected.
I think for the Queen's case, you have to have a minute's silence.
Aye.
Oh yeah.
In,
the Queen.
in special cases,
probably do.
Special cases. I agree with what you said, but
But like Tommy Smith, for was the boot cleaner. Would you hear for him?
No.
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 You wear a black armband.
You wear a
pitch
black
forward,
armband.
That's fine. Tommy's dead.
Put him in the programme.
Put him in the programme. Black armband, Tommy.
Aye.
Aye. I'll happy.
Special message for the club to his family.
Family's across here. They'll
Aye,
get
free.
paid in.
Aye.
Get a couple of pies at half time. Jobs are good and cheers.
They'll be delighted with that.
Well, got his wages as well, did he?
Aye.
Ken?
Yes.
Wasn't he doing it for nothing?
I agree with that.
No,
But do you agree that the games are on this weekend?
No.
No?
I'd hear no games till it was out the way.
Really?
I didn't see the point of cancelling or anything.
no, I don't either.
But again, I've just got the rain.
Well, again, a mark of respect that they cancelled all the football and everything. Do you
Was that
think
a mark of respect, or was it going to purely do policing as well? Was it?
Well, there is,
It's better to do with policing.
there is
but
the issue of policing,
police-
but I mean, Ken, did the Queen Elizabeth II once she died, want to stop her kids playing football on a Sunday?
No.
Because she loves sport.
It's the last
Get-
thing she probably wanted.
Get going, get them out there playing football.
And I think you can pay respects in other ways other than
course you can.
than
Cancelling
putting the game
stuff.
off, because a lot of people have troubles in their lives and stuff, and their football's
Sometimes they're only release.
something to release and get away from it for a while. And not just that, but I just think it was just a little bit extreme cancelling the games. That's my opinion anyway.
70 year on the throne. Did I cancel games? No for me. But here you go. Back to the whole thing about politics. Or
Didn't I hate involved in sport?
Abby's got a different opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Move
not
on.
a royalist by any means, like,
Nor am I, but-
I just feel like
If you can't respect the Queen,
I respect I respect the Queen, but it's just I personally wouldn't have. But that's just, I'm a football fan, so I want to see football. and
careful
maybe
what you say here. This could finish your business.
It's alright, he's no Jack if he mured.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
fucking Christ.
Honestly,
We're getting
we're getting political. Let's move on.
But so you agree with me? No political shite at football.
No political shit, but it's a different
Aye,
case
case with
when
the Queen.
your Queen or your King has died and
Aye, but then-
been on the throne for so long.
Aye.
A lot of grunts in national anthem will get booed. Probably
Aye.
Anfield.
And I think
Anfield-
that's wrong. I think that is very, very wrong.
Anfield
Like,
is-
Never boo any national
no,
anthem.
No.
absolutely not.
Ever.
You hear it in the nationals.
I know.
It's a
Aye,
disgrace.
it's a disgrace. Definitely.
Just a show of respect.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I'm up for banning minute silences and political.
But you're in agreement. It should be a minute's silence and a minute's applause.
For a Queen.
I bet.
No, I'm banning a minute's applause as well. Get,
No, but your preference
on.
is a minute's silence or a minute's applause.
Yeah, I would
No,
just say
none.
it.
Okay, move on.
I would be preference over silence over applause, but yeah,
There's none though.
it's easier to
But
tarnish it.
splitting down the middle and sitting the fence saying 30 and 30.
Or 10 seconds. No. Nah, hey, nothing.
No. Well,
But
move
you'll
on.
have to hear something for the Queen.
Definitely, 100%. Dunk, your topic this week was just quite fresh. It's
Fresh,
happened-
fresh the day,
was
isn't
it?
it? Fury, AJ, 3rd of December. It's on.
Will not happen.
No,
How now?
I think it's Panto.
Aye.
I
Well, carry on.
No, that's all I've got. Fury, AJ confirmed. But no, but
I don't think it'll happen until I see him walking down the ring to the ring. It's not gonna happen. I don't think.
Was it going to be a 60-40 split? Is it?
Aye.
So AJ's got 40%.
generous.
Very generous.
Because the
Within his rights to the 80-20.
the IBF and the WBA will come on the board and say you have to fight
Fight.
him and you have to do that. And just,
Well, Fury said he was retired.
No, but never mind that. Fury wins all the belts. That's a fact. And also in 8 years, Usyk said he'll help him train to fight Fury.
Aye.
Aye. But, nah, I fancy AJ.
no, man.
I think he's just going to go for it.
He's got to go for it, but he's like, what is he ranked like 6th now, AJ or something?
Aye.
Like that. So isn't he?
Nobody wants to fight him.
He's doing this purely because it's a British thing, is it?
Yeah.
That's
Aye,
all.
well,
No, but as I said, it's a bigger. Never mind the belts. Abdi in Britain wants to see that fight regardless.
Aye.
6 years ago.
Nobody wants to
No,
see
but
the
still
fight.
folk want to see it.
Folks,
I agree with
doesn't
Duncan.
matter if there's belts. That's what
Fury will pace them.
Fury will win, I think. But Abdi wants to see that fight.
Yeah.
You know, just AJ would win.
I was joking.
But a great Christmas night out though. If you've got a works night out at night,
Aye.
3rd December.
3rd of December. Only idea if I was going to be, I'll be in Dubai or something like that.
Principality, was it?
No.
I think it's going to be in Wales, I think.
Said either
Aye.
Wales or London. Said
Right.
Aye.
I think
Aye.
Wales is the only place that they can do it, I think.
is that fair?
That's
Was
what it
it?
said in the Sky Sports.
She gave him
today.
2 options earlier in the week. I think
Yeah.
was it or
And-
last week.
One of the boxing lads was on and said if it doesn't happen, it's purely down to
Johnny Nelson.
the two of them.
And it's down to them. So, like, they've made a rod for the rain back, he says, because they've done it themselves. They've both committed, said it's happening on the date. So, if it doesn't happen, it's nothing to do with management. It's one of them pulling out, and whoever it is, like, finished.
Be Fury. He would have fight.
Jinx up.
I don't think. I think it'll happen, but I'll probably be proved
I'm
wrong.
surprised he's fighting AJ because let's be honest, it's
Still
not
a risk.
impossible. Yeah, exactly. It's not, he could lose his. Fair enough, maybe going for Usyk because he's got the belts.
I think he's just.
But-
I think he just wants to fight him. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, that's him retired.
Yeah, definitely. He can't because that'd be like lost
Four
of
of
his
his
last
last
5
six,
or
aye.
something like that.
Aye.
Yeah.
He's totally finished if
Aye.
Fury
Aye.
beats him.
Well, he's totally finished now. Really,
Aye,
he's
yeah,
just
nobody wants to fight him. Really.
He's quite young though, still, isn't he?
32.
32. He's
He's
our
older,
age.
I'm actually old. Like when he's fit as he is.
Yeah.
No, true.
Manufactured like he is. You'll be all right.
How
Manufactured.
manufactured. Fit age to dead. Take that split up.
Aye.
Aye. No, it's going to be a good fight if it does happen.
It will be. Aye.
Oh, I'll definitely watch it. Like,
Aye.
It'll probably be about 50 quid.
By that time, it will be. If it's in the UK, because they were wanting more money
Yeah,
than they got
money.
in Saudi.
Aye.
So Saudi was 30 quid. So if it's in the UK, they won't be getting as much. So therefore, it'll be like 50 quid.
You'll have to switch off your heating for 12 hours.
Aye.
No, get a heap of folk around your house and so you get build up a heat.
Fivers in.
5 hours in.
Fivers in.
It's getting like that new with pay-per-view. As much as it's
Build up a heat in the room, Ken, 'cause there's like
Aye.
10 folk in here. Aye, good idea.
No, good stuff. We'll move on to clue number 3. I have won 6 league titles in my home nation. 3 as a player, 3 as a manager. I have won 6 league titles in my home nation.
God.
3 as a player,
You got
and
it.
3 as a manager.
I think I've got them one.
Well, let's find out soon,
ID's partner is one.
Did you? He was at our wick mine.
Oh, see, was
Aye.
Fuck embarrassing.
You'll absolutely be.
Oh right, I know. I've got it now.
No.
No?
Oh, no, mate. You're miles off.
Okay, fair enough.
Wrong team.
We'll go with that then.
Right, well, I'll move on to this week's Wanker of the Week. I think Duncan and me is probably got
Aye.
the same Ian. It's
Oh,
not,
really?
it's not much-
It's not a person.
It's not a person.
It's an association, isn't
It
it?
definitely is an association.
It's the same as mine,
Is it?
Is it?
Golf.
No?
Oh,
No,
Nah.
no,
Oh.
no. Because I know we're going to get an argument out of this. That's why I've picked it.
Mine's the FIA.
FIA.
what's the matter with him?
Absolute morons.
Oh,
It just basically proved
oh.
that Hamilton was shafted out a world title.
No, he wasn't.
Black and white.
No, he wasn't.
You can't finish a race behind a safety car.
Why can
So
you
I
not?
mean, I think that's a terrible way of finishing a race. There has to be a new rule change to
What option was there?
stop a race.
Yeah.
Put
Why
it back,
would-
put it
why
to
would you
start finish again.
then you
And
would have-
basically,
you would have run
Leclerc would have won.
You would have run out of time. You've got a
Leclerc.
time scale on your foot
That's
race.
shiting on. Just stop the time. That's 2 hour limit fucking crap.
Because
I don't know why
Leclerc was
that's
going to catch Verstappen and he was going to pass him.
Rules are rules, boys.
And
Imagine that was like a Tour de France.
if you're Hamilton or Merck, you're just going, we were just royally, completely shafted by Michael Massey. And
Is he still? Is it still him in
Massey's near.
charge?
Massey's
gone.
near.
No,
He's
it's
gone.
But they didn't do anything wrong.
No, it's the rules.
The rules.
It's the
The
rules, but
bracket
it's a
rules.
terrible rule.
Aye.
The
Well,
FIA
change
should
the rules.
change the rule. That's what I'm saying. FIA are arseholes for having
Yeah.
that rule in place. They should change the rule.
Like
Yeah.
if the last 5 laps are under safety car, then maybe we should get that at 5 reimbursed to kind of race again.
But
or
then
something like
it's
that.
not right.
They should
because
judge-
they closed it all the way up. How far was Verstappen ahead of them?
Can't mind.
It was doing.
But if
Can-
there's a smash or something like that,
Ver-
they
Verstappen
should
was-
predict how long that safety car's going to be out for. It's going to be out for more than 5 laps. Should they stop a race?
But then you get your cars overheating and all that kind of shit when you're stopping the race.
But Leclerc was gaining on Verstappen.
Oh, but
And
he wasn't going to catch him. And then you've said you put out a safety car. So why is that fair on Verstappen? If then you let him race. Because he was miles
Or
ahead
how
of him.
about just leaving the car for it is and just keep it racing going?
It's very unsafe.
Just add another.
But they
I
showed
thought
him.
you said
They
that.
showed him selling such a bad light. You know.
Oh,
I think they did.
how many?
Well, they did nothing within the rules.
It is the rules, but it's a
So-
shite rule.
Well, it's just like we were speaking about offside a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shite rule, but it's a rule.
But you're just reflecting on the difference. It was the same
Same
circumstance.
circumstances.
but-
Hamilton.
it's just
Hamilton
the
lost
line.
a world title.
I like the rule of a safety car, but the whole way of finishing a safety car, it's a terrible.
When Hamilton had to get 2 laps done
Aye, it's
because Christian Horner gets his same way again.
Nah.
You're a big
we
F1 fan nowadays, Duncan.
I always have been.
Have you?
And this shite as well. We Red Bull playing tunes out and up, and Max wins weight. They're a fucking shite mob.
The fucking better not Hamilton's
Nah.
lot.
just now they're
100%.
just now they're going by points. there, but
Verstappen's the number one.
Hamilton will be back.
Verstappen will
Yes,
beat Hamilton's records.
do you think Hamilton get one in a race this year?
No.
Nah.
It'll be the
Cars
first.
are disgrace.
Be the first
Whoever's
season.
designed that car should be sacked. Plain and simple for me.
I thought he was the best driver, though, wasn't
He is the best driver.
he? Aye, so
Statistics tell you that
why is he not the best scoring?
because they made an arse of it.
Because he's not the best driver.
I think they put too much into their car. What was that, 2 seasons ago?
Did they
Yeah.
do that? Not the biggest design was no pods at the side or something like that, and then it didn't work or it was banned or something like that, and it's put them back.
Nah, got the poor poison and
For
something.
their budget, it's been a disgrace.
Nah,
I
it's
think-
not been a good season.
I think Verstappen will go on to beat Hamilton's records.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see?
Because you've got to keep sustaining it, and you've got to keep churning out a good car,
But
don't
he's
they?
young.
Yeah, he's young.
23 or 24.
Yeah.
What's
He's
Hamilton
young.
got? Seven.
He's got another. He's got another maybe potential 15 year ahead of him.
But then we probably said that about Hamilton at one time when he was younger, and it's
Yeah.
just not as easy just to keep churning it out, is it?
The fit is you kind of move doing a team.
Aye, exactly.
You're not going to be at the top. Look at Vettel. Vettel was at Red Bull for
Top man, and then he moves doing a team.
Hamilton,
Aye.
though. You're saying Hamilton was the best team last season?
That's why there was such a song and dance about last year. If he'd won that, he gets a record, and he probably walks away.
It's
And
not
at
even-
his age now, he's 37, he's probably got, I think, 1, maybe 2 year max
So
with a chance
then,
of winning
then
it.
again, then you're saying Verstappen's got even longer then? He's got another 14, 15
It's
years?
not even that though. You need the car as well. It's not just about
You
the
need to be able to
driver.
sustain it.
sustain is its thing. You say Vettel when he was young. He was
You
a
thought
good
he would go on and get
aye,
9,
lot-
10, 11,
Then
then he
just
falls off a cliff.
Flies off a bit. So
Yeah. But then Red Bull fell off there as well. So
Aye.
it's a team as well. You've got to have a competitive team for.
I just
10
despise
years or
Christian
whatever.
Horner.
aye,
I do, I can't stand him.
Genius.
he's got Adrian Newey in his team. That says, does it?
Aye.
He's a lapse.
Gritted teeth, he can't, I don't agree about the race finishing like that. Well,
He kens it. No, I don't like the fact that the race finished behind a safety car. It was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a rule. It's a rule. Is it?
Well, for me it is, so I think...
I still think they're wankers of the
Didn't
week.
I?
aye,
Didn't know anything
100%.
wrong.
Yeah.
If I hear a
Chef-
joke.
My name's... to laugh. It's all the guys that plays in the Live Tour that played in the PGA event this weekend.
Oh,
Every
well,
single one of them.
Every one of them.
Wankers. And I was laughing at Rory McIlroy about saying, these boys when I managed to do that, they want to cope with the 54 rounds because we play 72 here. And
Aye.
it was cancelled and ended
Aye, I
up
know.
playing 54.
54.
But it was fine to see 3 PGA boys at
Aye,
the top
top.
of the leaderboard and all the Live boys just marking an arse.
Aye.
Like,
Aye.
in fact, annoyed me. I was thinking about it, and I can't mind if it boy said it. I can't mind if it was
Lowry.
I think it
With
was.
Taylor Gooch, for never even played in the European Tour.
Aye, I can't mind if Lowry said it. Something about, well, these boys shouldn't be playing in this tour because they've chose to go away for it.
And they've taken away somebody's spot.
Talking away, somebody starting out or needs
Aye,
it for their
needs it for-
livelihood.
yes.
And it's their biggest event.
It's our biggest event, so it's our biggest potential payday.
Even at the bottom.
So the greedy bastards went, I want to live,
Took their millions.
took their millions, then come back to playing the big event in the PGA.
And take it off of Joe
Took
Bloggs
it
as a
off.
journeyman
Aye.
pro.
Correct.
I thought they were supposed to be banning them from the PGA
They
Tour.
haven't got through yet.
Snake through yet.
But
Aye, he's banned for the PGA Tour, but
So-
not for the DP World Tour, which is a
right.
European
so
tour.
it just shows how fucking shallow that lot are.
Aye.
Honest to God.
Because that would be because John Rahm actually named a Spanish guy as like one of his best pals, and he says he's just done a tour, and he said he'd played 22 events this year or something, or
Yeah.
12 events, and then he got ousted for the Live Boys.
Live boys, because they come back, so he couldn't get played.
I'd agree with
That's a
that.
load of bollocks.
Totally-
that, like,
So,
totally
he,
shocking
so
with
the
that.
poor lad, it's fucking scraping past a living. Couldn't
Yeah.
play because Billy Big Boss come back and fucking took his place.
And he's only playing because they can get ranking points
Aye,
for the majors,
exactly.
because they can't get ranking points off the PGA because they're banned.
Aye, so get him to fuck.
Aye.
So I like the bit of, so you live golfers, wankers, but I like the bit of spice it's brought to it.
Oh, I definitely.
McIlroy and other boys and Ram and that, they're,
Horschel and Poulter had words on one of the greens.
Aye.
they're all well up for it now, like,
Aye.
so.
It's them against us now, innit?
Aye, so look at Live Boys like, because
So are they just qualifying for that because they've still got the PGA points for the previous season?
I'm not
Is that
just
how they still get
100%
into it?
sure, but
well, I don't think the PGA thing for banning them's through yet, legally.
Yeah, but
So
If-
they've,
if-
they've qualified.
they're
for
already
it.
based
They
on
only
what
get
they've done
points for
already
PGA,
before they
yeah,
jump to the
yeah.
Live.
So next season they won't get that if they're not
No,
playing the
if they're not
PGA.
playing the PGA, but they'll have to be banned for the PGA. now.
Aye.
Playing-
I hope it
And-
does go.
but
through.
obviously, if they're still allowed to play in other European Tour events, so they can rack up the points required by
Yeah.
winning on there, and that's probably what they're going to do, innit?
Aye, probably.
Unless the DP World
Unless
Tour bans them, but
So
it doesn't look
hopefully-
like that.
Hopefully they'll get banned, but live golfers, wankers.
Yeah, if you're taking it off of somebody's livelihood, when
Aye.
then
Yep.
you've got fucking
Millions.
oodles of millions
Aye.
already.
Yep.
My wanker of the week is the guy that the police took away for the Queen went through in
I was
Aberdeen.
going to put him, to be fair.
He had a fucking rack of eggs and he was going to chuck it at the fucking Hearst
In Duffy Park.
and I thought, what a fucking wanker! Like, honestly, like, no matter what you're, can obviously I've got beliefs in that, but no matter what it is, you fucking respect stuff like that. Okay, no matter who it is, it's fucking ridiculous.
If you wanted to protest, hey, you protest,
Yes,
but
but
don't go and
that-
vandalise stuff.
No.
Hey, you protest. Hey, a banner up saying,
I don't know.
I fucking hate the Queen.
I don't.
Aye.
But even today, I seen some guy that fucking shouted at Prince Philip coming by.
Prince Andrew, Prince Philip's deed.
Prince
Prince Philip's deed.
Prince Andrew. And I
But see a boy tried to get a hood to him and just sort of glanced his collar, and then a second time,
Aye.
they like
Yanked him.
pulls him into like next wick and going, I'd have done the same. Like,
I know, and I actually seen folk on Twitter as well saying, "Is that boy going to get done for assault for pulling that boy out?" And I thought the boy deserved a fucking.
Andrew
hiding.
Marr did make a fair point because he goes, Andrew Marr says, we live in a democracy, you're entitled, and folk have been getting arrested. He goes, I don't believe the Queen will went to see folk get arrested because you're entitled to say what you want to say.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you protest, but
There's time
if you're
and place.
throwing eggs at
Aye.
a hearse, that's vandalism.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Disgusting
vandalise
behaviour,
stuff.
innit?
Yeah.
Hey, you protest. Hey, sign up. Do what you want to do, but then I start going fuck. Same with the riots and all that. What you doing that for? That's just pure vandalism.
Yeah.
We're on to politics again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aye, Slippers' fault.
Aye,
Move on.
move on.
Fucking farmers. Did you get a subsidy for that?
Here we
So-
fucking go.
Aye.
Right, we'll move on to clue number 4. I have played 692 games for one team. I played 3 games for another club before becoming their manager. I've played 692 games for one team. I played 3 games for
Big
another.
done got him one, eh? He's got him one this time.
Did he play for Hibs? Did he? Play 3 games for Hibs?
I
must have done.
Must have done.
Don't remember.
Yeah.
If I've got it right, yeah. Anyway.
So, Abdi got an answer doing for that?
Yeah.
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 Aye. Right, we'll move on to this week's Mock of Truth. There's quite a lot of updates last week. Was there, by listening to the pod last week, there was about 16
There was a
entries
few,
added.
there was a few.
Aye, so Slips, pick a number.
32.
1 and 161. 32, you said. 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 32. Oh, that one's been done, so we'll take it in above it. If you could wake up tomorrow speaking a different language, which one would it be?
It's got to be Italian, innit?
Interesting.
So if you woke up tomorrow's morning speaking a different language, what language would it be? Mind you, the Dutch accent's quite cool, isn't it?
The Dutch accent. That's Italian for me.
Italian.
Aye.
Italian is pretty cool.
Feisty.
Aye.
I would probably, for me, Russian or Cantonese.
Cantonese, aye.
Massive. Again, there's billions of folks speak Cantonese. So you could go
Those are
anywhere.
more handy, maybe. But Spanish or Italian, probably for me.
But you can
Spanish,
learn them
that's a-
quite. You can
that's a-
learn them quite easy.
That's a
so.
poor Spanish. So you
What's the
can go and order
difference
your,
between Spanish and
you can
Italian,
order your
like?
fry up when you go to like Benidorm.
What's the difference between Spanish and Italian then?
Aye,
It's
if it's-
Italian. It's well cultured, isn't it?
But
You can learn them. Learn them. Russian's near impossible to learn.
Is it? Aye. It's like the same as
It's near impossible. Their letters are back to front and upside down and all sorts of things.
Mike.
Same with Cantonese, they draw pictures.
Kirsty can write Hebrew, write that
I'd
backwards.
probably be like Indian or Pakistani,
Aye.
purely because
Why?
um,
You ain't got a reason, have you?
if you're phoning like your hydro company
That's-
or your BT,
Is that a generalisation there, is
No,
it?
it is. It sounds call
Outside
centers.
call centres in India or
So you can
Pakistan.
so
find
you-
it easier to speak to
You
him.
find it easier to speak to them just now because if you go phone them up just now for an issue with your like your hydro or your something like that, it's
Nightmare.
a nightmare, absolute nightmare. May as well just send them an email and wait 12 hours for them to get back.
I've always thought, when you're on holiday and there's foreign folk speaking behind you and you're like, are they speaking about me? It'd
Aye.
be fucking really nice to turn around and speak to them in their own language.
Yeah, no,
But,
definitely. We're really ignorant in that way, aren't we?
yeah.
We're really
We're lucky in that respect.
Aye.
We speak English that most countries
We're
do.
lazy.
We're lazy.
definitely
That's
lazy.
exactly
Aye.
right.
Lazy bastards.
Last week in Poland, Ken, obviously game their due. Majority of them had really good English.
Aye.
And we're lucky in that respect.
I
Definitely.
like going to France. When I was in France, right, if you start off,
But that's
try to speak French to them,
they'll hear go.
magic.
If you dinner,
But if you just straight in English,
they'll just think,
whether they can speak English or no,
they'll just like
fuck you.
French.
But
French.
But if you start trying a wee bit of broken
Aye.
pigeon French or whatever, they'll help you. But if you just English,
Bonjour, je m'appelle Shed.
j'habite
Shabita Tarafai.
Écossais.
Ouh, fermez la porte.
Oh no, ferme la gauche. Shut.
Ferme la bouche. No, French was quite simple to learn, was it?
Oh, yeah, Mike was in one of them school. You actually tried it French at school. We are raced to see if I could finish the exam first, man. You were trying.
I didn't go to my French exam.
Do you know?
Nah,
Yeah,
waste of time.
exactly. We would just
Didn't go.
you had to bang your pen twice, see if I was finished first.
We'd Madame Leon. We just used to lock her in the cupboard.
Exactly. We'd man and Leon and I. He'd the worst French class in history.
Yeah, preferred like sciences.
What do you in science?
Right,
Mr. Ballard.
Ballard. I'm trying to think.
Diesel dude.
McWilliam. I had Mrs. McWilliam.
Oh, she biology.
Aye, she did
Aye.
biology. Aye. No, I preferred me my French teacher didn't he on a
Rapport.
chemistry. So
You're here a week, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike's back with his shitty jokes.
so you said
Russian or
Russian,
Cantonese.
Italian.
Italian,
I'll go Spanish.
Spanish,
I'll mix it up.
and Indian.
Indeed.
Indian. Right, should I pick a number?
That might be worth a Facebook vote.
111.
111 is. Do you believe your car temperature?
100% no.
No.
No
I do.
way in a million
Because Abby
years.
dives in and takes photos and goes, it's 38 degrees in the car. But once you get going 3-4 mile, it's because it's been sitting there, the sun beating down. Once you get going, then it drops by about 10 degrees.
Aye. So you believe it once it's.
Once you're 4 or 5 mile into your journey.
Aye.
Why though? Because it's changed drastically.
Aye, because it's just been sitting in one spot getting hotter and hotter and hotter, isn't it?
No.
Aye?
I would agree with Dunk.
Aye.
I would mind in the winter time. You leave Tara and it could be like -5. So
Aye.
then you get to like a really cold out in country like -7.
5 is tallest.
Aye.
Aye, bottom of the...
It's low.
Well, I go Peterhead, see, so.
Oh, aye.
And it'll get
so
hotter because you're side of sea.
Then we get to Peterhead, it's like -2.
Aye.
Aye.
West Hills and a dip in us. So
Is
West
it?
Hills is about 3-4 degrees cooler than the tune.
And you're judging that by your car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you can believe it, is it?
But I don't think the actual. I'll tell you if it's hotter or colder, but I don't believe the actual number it pings up.
When you start a car up,
Aye.
no.
No.
Like if your car's been sitting in the beating sun all day and
That's
you
what
go
I'm
in and it says
38 degrees.
30 degrees.
But then I
It's never-
didn't believe it when you're saying it's dropping temperature because it doesn't often drop. It doesn't drop.
But you
far.
know, just
So unless-
logically living in Scotland, there's no way, like, it's 38 degrees in your car.
So, well, it's not right then. So you're not believing it.
But it's been sitting just with the sun, it's getting hotter and hotter because it's in one spot.
So you believe it or you know?
I believe it, aye.
Since finding
So-
temperatures in the car become a thing, though, eh?
I was interested in it.
But Ken,
Moving with that question in.
Well, it's actually
Second.
important, I'd say, for your driving.
How?
Because it tells you how bad the conditions are, temperature-wise. You can't look out for ice.
So for time, fun do you think your road gets slippy then?
As soon as I can see a bit of frost in the road,
So do you think it's -1 or 2 degrees or 3 degrees?
I think it's minus
Before you think it,
0 degrees.
you th- once it's 0 degrees, it's slippy.
No, I know it's under 5. I'm taking my time.
So you just gauge it.
You gauge it, but I'm going off of temperature.
So you're going off the temperature and the actual road condition itself.
Well, I can obviously see.
Did my car just tail out there? Hold on.
Hold
2
on,
degrees.
it's -2. No, it's fine. Just keep off it, dude.
No, but mate, obviously, before I crashed my car years ago, it never gets the sun all day. So the road conditions were fine, and I slid at the Towie corner because it doesn't get the sun all day, and it was black ice.
But does the car, when you go to the corner, does it go from
you're not
5
going
degrees to -2 degrees?
-2. No, you can't. It's got to be black ice because you can't. It's never getting the sun. So if it difference your
But
car
at 17 year old, I didn't know that, did I?
There's no temperatures in
But
the car, was there?
But your temperature's not going to drop that quickly in your car.
No.
So there's no point, like. What's the point of kenning it's 18 degrees?
But there's a lot of pointless things in cars, though. Do you really get interested in if you use miles per gallon?
No.
Well, I don't know because mine's electric.
Oh, it's
So I'm interested in kilowatts per hour.
kilowatts per hour. Like,
Yeah.
You probably are interested in that, though, aren't you?
I'm actually.
you had an electric car over the winter, yeah? Aye.
Aye.
How was it? Battery reduced?
It reduces the battery quicker in the
A
winter
lot
time.
quicker.
I mean, see in the summer, thinner. It's amazing the actual ambient conditions, the thinner air with the heater temperatures make to the cooler temperatures.
I'm sure,
Aye.
but you'd be churning out fleet motors quick turn like every couple of year or every year or
No, every 4 years.
every 4 year, even within you've got
Aye, yeah.
even with it being electric.
We get them every 4 year or 120,000 miles, whatever comes first.
Aye.
Have you noticed a difference in the battery life since you've had it?
Well, I've noticed it actually better just now because it's over the summertime. But over the winter time, it does deplete quicker because you've got the wipers going, the lights are on, the heating's on.
It's on, aye.
This go down quicker.
So how long would it last in the winter? But you're topping up every night, so you wouldn't really
Topping
get a
up
full
every night and every
day
day.
at work.
But range-wise, if you couldn't go to Glasgow without stopping and...
In my range, I would get to Glasgow. I
Aye.
need to top up again.
In the winter even, you know?
No, winter
No.
you would shy.
Shy. Stirling.
Stirling,
Aye.
Perth.
Perth. aye.
Perth.
This drop
It's a
drastically.
fair drop, I thought, like it's
Yes.
probably half.
But then it drops as well if you say it gets in the book, because the book says like 250, but you're
Aye.
only getting maybe...
220.
How about Whiteham,
Nah,
though?
maybe
Can you
not.
go uphill?
No, the other way though. See, once you get to Meldrum,
Aye.
Doing hell in.
once you heed your hill at Meldrum, you hardly use anything to get home.
Yeah.
I've been at Heeds Hill at Meldrum, maybe 10 mile left. I've
Mhm.
got back to Turrawee too.
Aye.
Aye. You must have been bricking it
Freewheeling.
though.
Oh, I've handed doing nothing for.
Have you?
At Towie.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking hell.
I was thinking,
Sweated.
I'm in trouble here.
It's a long push home for there. Like.
So if it is like if you're on it, so do you get
Nah.
portable for topping up? No.
Once you're on it, you're on it.
Aye.
It'll splutter and
Aye.
you leave it for a minute, you'll go again.
But
Nah,
obviously,
never-
we'll hear some sort of contingency in there. So it says 0 miles, you'll maybe get an extra 5 or 6.
Aye, because like your diesel cars and that, normally you get 30, 40 miles or something like that.
Nah, but-
I know electric.
I'm not sure.
I just mean if you stop again, how do you get the car back? Is there such a thing as somebody comes out with a battery pack just to
You
like?
can't do yeah,
Aye.
do that, but you would need probably somebody to tell you back that.
Extension to the nearest house. Charge her up.
Jenny in the boot.
Aye, yeah.
Our diesel generator.
Diesel Jenny in the boot.
It was a fucking question again.
I know.
Temperature in your car.
Temperature car, do you believe it?
No.
Aye.
I do believe it.
Aye.
I do
I
believe
believe
it
it as
after
well.
anything, but and I'm not really paying much attention to it. Right, don't pick a number.
7.
7. Number 7. Do. Oh, can a sporting event be better than your wedding or a child being born?
Would ya?
Yes.
Oh, interesting slips.
It's tough to beat a child being born. Well,
Aye.
it's tough to beat them both, to be honest, but
A wedding you can go over.
Aye. Child being born, you probably can top that.
no. Probably
Scotland winning World Cup.
My wife will listen to this. Like, she normally listens to it, so I
Does
better
she?
say, no, absolutely not.
I wouldn't be making to shed either.
Well, just be true to yourself.
What's that?
We're about
Scotland won the World
authenticity in this podcast.
I mean, if Aberdeen won the Champions League or something, that'd be pretty special.
No,
wouldn't
no,
it?
but
It's not
no,
happened,
but
is it?
that's hypothetical.
Aye.
Has there been a sporting event
Event that would supersede it.
that supersedes
No,
you
probably
getting
not.
married?
Probably not. No.
Andy Murray winning Wimbledon. For me.
Seriously?
Aye.
Better than your kid being born?
Never kid being born. I'm saying anything else.
But you're not
Trying to
married.
think.
That's what I'm saying.
That Champions League win 99. 99 was it?
Aye.
That was pretty special, like, to be fair.
English, innit?
That's probably the best thing ever.
It is English, but it was pretty special at the time, just because they come back.
Yeah.
That's off the top of my head.
77 year since somebody won a major in Britain, and he's Scottish.
Nah,
And tops that.
Nah, it's tennis. It doesn't really count.
Aye.
Raducanu winning US Open.
It's up there. But it's not Andy Murray.
England
Nah.
winning the World Cup in rugby in the last Kickabout.
That's impressive.
For English.
For England, maybe.
Yeah, but it's rugby again.
Aye.
Nah.
I think I try to think I think there's been on a sport moment that would be been a wedding or a child being born, but
I'm not sure.
hypothetically speaking, is there anything that could be it?
I think Man United 1999 Slippers touchdown. Aye.
Aye. Better than
Married.
being married, getting married.
Aye.
No better than having a kid.
Nah, they knew because the kids have turned out all right. But if they turned out little rascals, like you'd be like, bit and back.
Aye. Flipping, if he was playing football. If he was a
I think
professional.
if your club team won a Champions League, especially a Scottish club, hypothetically, that I think that could almost supersede anything.
If you're a player and you win the highest
Accolades. I think that could
accolade,
come very
I
close.
would
Come very
I
close.
think,
Aye.
Coming for a lesser, like an Aberdeen winning the Champions League in the next 5 years.
Even if you're a kid
Aberdeen
throwing-
splitting Old Firm.
I do believe that if a team, naming Aberdeen, but if a team split the Old Firm for me, that's like
Aye.
climbing Everest.
pretty special, yeah.
If I'd won the Highland League, that would be it.
Aye.
Even if you're a kid growing up and you're a professional footballer, though, I think winning the Champions League or something would be pretty special.
Winning
as
the
well,
league,
like,
even, I think.
Aye.
The league you're in.
Aye.
scoring your first professional goal, stuff like
No.
that, would be pretty special.
No. Winning the league have to be something big.
Aye.
Andy Murray winning Wimbledon. It's
Andy
great
win-
sport.
Great sporting moment for your lifetime.
Without doubt.
Aye.
No, there's millions more than that.
Is there? Name it.
I'm just not a big tennis fan, but
It's a
it was
bit
pretty
raising, isn't it?
special. It
Max
was pretty
Verstappen
special.
winning the
Nah. Right, let's move on to clue number 5.
It's a quickie in a night without mass or edges.
Aye. Yeah.
Clue number 5. I have won a Super Cup and a Cup Winners' Cup. I have won a Super Cup and a Cup Winners' Cup. So, I think it was pretty straightforward this week. Was it
It was,
63-year-old, played 95 games, 30 goals, 78 to 95 played.
Willie Miller, I put down.
Big Alec McLeish.
I never had named D.
Clue number 2, Cup 77 times by country, 0 goals, 3 World Cups.
Hansen.
Big McLeish.
Hi, David Platt.
Clue number 3, won 6 league titles, 3 as a player, 3 as a manager.
Big Hick.
Alec McLeish.
McLeish.
Clue number 4, 692 games for one team, 3 games for another club before becoming their manager.
McLeish.
Big Hick.
McLeish.
Yeah, it was Motherwell.
Oh, was it Motherwell?
I played
He's
3 games.
manager.
And I've won a Super Cup and Cup Winners' Cup.
Big egg.
Big Hick.
I love how Dunk's just ticked every single question there just to
Just to
confirm
make
he got
sure
that
he's got
right.
it right.
Aye, well done, Dunk.
He is a legend.
Maybe
Though. I'm
maybe
in this brigade. Oh,
Just to die.
he's a Rangers fan. Well, I can't. He was a Rangers fan, but when he played, he's basically his whole career at one club. You'll always be a
I
legend for me.
don't think it matters for
No.
your support as a professional player.
No.
Because you're getting your 100%.
But he gave 18 years to Aberdeen.
That's what I'm
That is
saying.
legendary stuff.
You're getting all you've got
Mm-hmm.
for the
I
club
agree.
that you'd
And he
support.
stayed that length of time.
I would
Yeah.
agree. I would agree.
Yeah. By the way, it's a new top's pretty cool, is it?
Class.
Oh, yeah.
Best toppers been in my adult life, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, it's back in stock now, so I have to go get it ordered
I've
for
seen that.
the game. The
They're
first.
nice. It's nice.
Nice. Good. It was good to do fantasy, but there's no fantasy this week.
No.
But gladly after last week's fuck up. So we'll do the best part of the show, will we? Birthday spot.
Abdi loves this.
Matt Petrie, 44 today. Happy birthday, Matt. Stephen Haddon, Caroline Riddick, Callum Murray, and Phil Burnett. Phil Burnett's his birthday yesterday, was
birthday.
it?
I did see that
Is it?
actually.
How old would he be?
38.
33 maybe.
Is it earlier than that?
33 or 34.
He's in a hard paper run, isn't he? So he is.
He would be. He was a year below me at school.
How old
but
are you?
I'm 34, but I was one of the youngest in my year, so
Aye.
I'm guessing he must be
Jesus.
33 or 34.
So happy birthday to you guys. Celebrities. Niall Horan, how was he?
He is
Niall, One Direction.
he is 29.
Slow hands.
Never heard of him.
29.
28.
29. Well done.
Never heard of him.
Thomas Muller.
Thomas Muller is 36.
34.
I would say 35.
32.
Is
Ooh,
that? No
sure.
way. He's only 32.
He is not 32.
32. And Fabio Cannavaro. How old's Fabio Cannavaro?
Well, he's definitely pushing on. He's got to be.
43.
He is definitely
56.
51.
Is he as old as that?
49.
So,
49 years old.
Who was that didn't like the birthday spot again? Kev Keith.
what's that?
I reckon, come in.
Aye.
I remember, because I used to play football with him, I'm sure.
Aye.
Kev Keith. I'm sure he put a message on Twitter, do you not?
Oh, crazy I've done. Shed, you're a Twitter man.
I never noticed.
Somebody did, because somebody posted it on the WhatsApp.
Did they?
I'm sure it was Kev
No.
Keith.
Was it? Oh,
Birthday
well,
spot.
happy birthday, Kev.
Half a bit. Right, before we finish, we'll do a bit of 5 for fun.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Question, starting off a wee bit simple this week. Question number 1. Which player recently signed for Wolves?
Can't wait for him to start playing the Prem again.
Do you see the unveiling?
Aye. You're having a nightmare if you're a centre half, aren't
Did
you?
you see the video that come out as well?
That's what I just
He was
said.
boxing.
Oh, no, I've not seen nothing.
He boxed his old Chelsea kit man.
Did he?
Aye, a proper boxing match.
Aye.
Knocked him out, I think.
He's getting the box office because it's centre halves are having nightmares.
what?
Think
I
about it.
just-
Sorry, Mike.
So question number 2. Robert Snodgrass signed for Hearts. For which club? Or did Hearts sign
He was a
Snodgrass
free,
for?
wasn't he?
But what club was he previously at?
Fuck, I should know that. I can't even swear.
Come on.
Question number 3.
Alright.
Who is top of the Scottish Championship? Who is top of the Scottish Championship? Question number 4. Who is top of the English Championship?
Oh, Goodin, who is top of the championship?
I'm just in 3 blanks here, Mike.
Was that you same as certain after wedding?
No, mine nothing. Mine nothing.
First it, isn't it?
Question number 5.
Waving a red up, was you?
No comment.
Who was the worst wife out of the lot? Kirsty.
No comment.
Oh, dear.
First remember being drunk or just fit dressed?
I'll rank him. I'll rank him. Get a picture
Well,
of him.
we'll switch this up first. Question number 5. Only one Scot has scored in the Premier League so far this season. Who is it?
Sure, boy, it's a good question.
That's a good question. One Scot. Can't be that many playing in the Prem.
Try to think of the Scotland squad.
So there's only one Scot scored in the Premier League this season.
There's only been 4 games in there. He's somebody we've never heard of.
Right, let's go through the answers. Which player recently signed for Wolves? Well, we're spending a bit here. Obviously,
Costa.
Diego Costa. Good to see him back in the Prem.
Oh, aye.
Aye, he'll be on.
Especially if he's getting Aller, he'll be even more grumpy now, when he
Just magic. Robert Snodgrass signed for Hearts from which club?
West Ham.
Luton.
Wolves.
Luton. Who is top of the Scottish Championship?
Yeah.
Ayr.
That again.
Who is top of the English Championship?
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United.
And only one Scot to score in the Premier League so far.
The idea.
Jay Adams.
I went Robertson, but I didn't get
Che
Che Adams.
That's why I didn't get him, because he's English.
Che Adams scored 2 goals already.
Forgot about that. Aye.
So how did I get on there now?
4 out of 5.
4.
Well done. Well done. Well, cheers for coming on again, Slips. Thank you very
bother.
much.
alright.
For the plans this week. Hopefully you're doing in the farm.
Hurston.
Combining. Finishing combining.
Aye.
So hope we get finished this week if it stays dry.
Far do you keep your wheat? You got a dryer and that at home?
Aye.
Aye.
Have you?
Aye.
Yeah.
That's high level, is it?
High level.
Not really.
Is it now?
No.
No.
Got your own combine?
Aye.
What's the price of fertiliser at now? Still extreme.
Aye.
Slime you want, Slip. Slime.
800-900 quid, I think.
Still
Like-
crazy.
Aye.
Slime you want.
About 250 quid a year ago.
Business gone well, though.
I've got a
Yeah, it's going to work in a way. Aye.
kind of boy that can sell you decent lime.
Aye.
I had Thompson Diaries knocking on my door the other day.
Did you?
Tell him to get the fuck
Thanks.
down.
I says, I can't do that.
Sacrilege.
Sacrilege. Seeing prices.
I says, this winter barley like
No, it's spring.
spring.
Winter barley's all up already.
What's your forecast?
I genuinely like your chat. No, jokes aside, I genuinely like your chat. I can nothing about farming, but I find it really interesting.
I do can.
Honestly.
I don't care enough about it. I didn't want to commit to it English. In case there's some farmer listening saying, what the fuck is he on about?
That cunt slippers, fuck off.
There's no farmers listening to this podcast.
Nah.
Wouldn't think it. Wouldn't think it.
Just quick before we finish, fix us a fur or a plue you got, like
Just a 3, I'm afraid.
just a 3 for a plue.
Just a 3.
Do you ever go to ploughing competitions?
No. Do a fuck.
What about tractor pulling?
No.
Nah.
No. Have you got an all grey massey in the shed somewhere?
6'10" or something.
I have got an old Massey like
Have you?
that.
Is a
Fuck,
pal.
go
It's a
bonkers for it,
46.
man.
It's a 46 6'10", isn't it? Yeah, massive Fergie.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a kind of combine you got? Is that a class dominator?
New Holland.
New Holland.
Oh,
New?
shit.
How new is it?
No, it's about 10 years old.
It's still pretty new now.
Only tractors with GPS in it and
No.
nothing like that, no fence and all
Just
that.
I'm
guess
sure
what?
Happy's enjoying this part of the cycle.
Right, well, lads, catch you later.
Cheers.
No me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito. Why don't you go home? No me moleste mosquito, let me eat my burrito. No me moleste mosquito, why don't you go home?